Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please, for the opening kickoff, I'd like to say a few words on behalf of the Football's Officials Association. The football community is mourning the sudden and unexpected passing of Mr. Rob Greb, a respected and dedicated football official who touched many lives within the sport. We offer our sincerest sympathies to the family, friends, and loved ones. He was known for unwavering commitment to football and passion for playing, coaching, and officiating, spending many years contributing to the sport. Rob was a highly regarded and respected figure among the players, coaches, and fellow officials, known for his professionalism and decision-making. He was a valued member of the football community, fostering positive relationships and supporting others involved in sport. The Football Officials Association would like to honor Rob by leaving his position as head referee vacant for the first play of the game. At this time, we ask you to please rise. Please remove your caps in a moment of silence for our friend and colleague, Mr. Rob Greb. Thank you very much. Officials? Captains? Thank you, everybody, for your time, your patience, and respect. We'll get started.
Hello everyone and welcome to Sioux Sports presentation of Sault Ste. Marie High School Junior Football. We have the St. Mary's Knights against the Korah Colts, and kickoff is just underway. And it looks like a nice return here by number 6 for the Korah Colts,
Couple of good hard hits right off the bat.
James Ewell. So just a quick synopsis of what happened just a little bit earlier. Unfortunately, Sault Ste. Marie has lost
Ewell with the return.
an amazing person, friend, and colleague. Rob Grubb passed away early this week, and we just did a tribute out on the field to Rob, and thoughts go out to the entire family, Patty, Peter, Anastasia, Danielle, and granddaughter Grace. We're thinking about all of you tonight. The first play today will be run without the head official on the field in respect for Rob's passing. So we're going to have Korah taking over on the 39-yard line. So we'll have the first play without the head official on the field. And a direct snap to the quarterback. Number 22 with the carry, Caleb Leighton. Caleb gets about 5.
Caleb Leighton with the carry ends up getting taken down by, I believe that's number 68 for the Knights.
So number 68 for the Knights with his first catch. Or sorry, first carry.
55, Ashton Neufeld.
Beautiful night in Sault Ste. Marie again. What do you think, Liam? What are your expectations for today?
Expectations is for a lot of ground and pound from Korah, and if Mary's wants to have some success on this Korah defensive line, they're going to attack the outside of the numbers. That's my keys to success for Mary's today. Oh, tripped up there.
Yeah, that was a quick little run up the middle there, and the lineman was breaking trail.
Yeah, I believe it was Martino Cacciamilio who got the little inside dive right there and just kind of tripped over one of the offensive lineman's foot and fell forward for a couple. So
yeah, it's going to be third down and 1 for the Korah Colts on the 48-yard line.
Nice thing about the junior football is you get 3 downs. Set you up nice and manageable.
Yeah, under center. Korah quarterback taking the snap and falling forward, and I believe that's number 8, Ethan Brewer with the carry up the middle, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Good first couple plays there for Korah. Just 3 yards, 4 yards, and 3 yards.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of the running game at the start. They're facing the wind tonight. We're getting a little bit extra wind up here. It is the fall for that matter, so we're expecting some of that, and I think you'll see a little bit of run here with them facing the wind instead of throwing the ball. But
yeah, I expect a lot of Caleb Lanton tonight for the Korah Colts.
As well as Cacciamilio.
As well as Cacciamilio.
Another pass out here to Cacciamilio. I just said it. A pitch out to him. He's turning the corner on the far side of the field.
Gets around the end.
And he's wrapped up as soon as I can see. Number 55, I believe, for the St. Mary's Knights.
Neufeld and Bryan tag team on the tackle.
Ashton Neufeld with the tackle.
Good job there by Neufeld. Good job by Neufeld for getting to the outside there and stopping Cacciamilio from reaching the edge.
So second down and 2. Another crisscross handoff to number 3, Nolan Kader, making a strong run, getting about enough for a first down, so enough for 4 yards is enough. So it'll be first down for Korah on the St. Mary's 48.
You were talking about last week how Nolan Quader is kind of the Colts Swiss Army knife on offense and defense, can kind of play all over the field, so expect a lot of him tonight as well.
Absolutely. Another handoff. Breaking out to the outside, Caleb Leighton, and as you called earlier, enough for about 14 yards and a first down.
Nice grab.
Tackle by number 14 for the St. Mary's Knights. Mason Mazuka, we called his name quite a bit last week as well.
Yes, we did. A couple nice kick returns, a couple nice open field tackles, and what makes Korah's run game, I think, so difficult for defending teams is that you got 3 running backs in the backfield, and you're always crisscrossing, and you always have to just try to keep your eyes on the football out of the quarterback's hands to see who he's handing it off to, and all the fakes, it can be difficult for the linebackers to see who has the football. So if you're Marys, you got to pay very close attention if you're the outside linebackers not to overcommit.
Oh, and they're going to throw. They're trying to hit the long one up the middle to number 50 for the Korah Colts, Keelan Nels, but that was well covered by number 14, Mason Mazuka.
Yeah, a little bit of a surprise them going to the air so early on in this football game, but I don't mind it at all after a couple nice runs. Try to get Ethan Brewer settled in with a nice pass over the middle. He had it open as well.
Yeah, just because I said the wind had picked up, it dissipated in the last couple of plays right now, and you know the big Canada flag is just barely swaying over there. So a pitch out to Martino Cachamilio. Nice hard tackle there by number 5, Luke Cady.
Great play by Katie right there to stop Cachamilio from getting into that second level of the Knights defense and wrapping him up for only a gain of 1. So this is what the Knights want to do to stay out of Korah's danger zone in the run game, is stay 3rd and long, 3rd and medium. You do not want them running the football close enough to the sticks where they can just pound it down your throats.
Hand off to the outside to number 22, Caleb Leighton, trying to get the outside. Good block there by number 6, James Jewell. Tackled by a host of St. Mary's defenders, number 55 for the St. Mary's Knights. Ashton Neufeld again, and along with number 66, Mason Romani.
Yeah, that's 3 carries for 31 yards right now so far for Leighton. So that's 10 yards a carry, right? And anytime you're averaging 10 yards a carry, you're going to drive down the field all day long. So they got to tighten that up there on that Knights defensive line.
So under gun, Ethan Brewer fakes the handoff. Pass out to Kader with a strong tackle by number 31 for the St. Mary's Knights, Daniel Fraser.
Nice strong hands from Kader right there, as he had a defender all over him. But even though it was a gain of 3, positive yardage when it could have been an incompletion. So good throw there by Ethan Brewer, catching Kader in stride, and good strong hands by Kader not to let the defender draw that out. I apologize.
A little tongue-tied.
A little tongue-tied right there.
So back under center with 5:35 here to go in the first quarter. Handoff to number 22 for the Caleb Leighton.
Leighton with a beautiful run, eventually brought down by 55.
Number 55 again, Adam Neufeld with his 4th tackle of the day already.
They'll be close to the sticks, I'm curious.
Oh, they're moving them. The referees are marching down, so.
Good, nice opening drive here for Korah, sticking to their guns and even throwing a little bit of pass in there. If they can manage to put that play action pass into already a strong run game, it'll be a very tough time for this Mary's defense to kind of adjust to the game plan.
Yeah, you know what? You got to talk. Coach Boniferro is already talking over there, and he's letting his coaching staff know we got to make some adjustments here. And you know, everybody makes adjustments to start the game, and who reacts the best to do it. But Nolan Kader here with a strong tackle and wrapped up.
Looks like Neufeld again.
Looks Neufeld again. That's his 5th tackle of the game in the first quarter here. So strong performance by him already. Unfortunately, he's allowing yards. So it's second down and 3. And I think they're just outside. I think they got to get to the 1 yard line to get a first down, or if they can punch it in. So second down here with 4:15 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, if you're Korah right now, you're thinking first down,
under
touchdown.
center. Hand off, and oh, what a blitz call. Number 68, Deegan Desjardins just was all over that.
What a play by Desjardins, recognizing that this was going right to Caleb Leighton and then shooting over the left side of the line, and I don't think he was touched, and nowhere for Leighton to go.
No, and he actually lost about, I think he lost about 4 yards there, so.
Yeah, terrific play.
Nice blitz call by the DC for the St. Mary's Knights.
Hey, and if you're Mary's here, if you can get out of this with only allowing 3 points, that's a win after Korah's gone right down the field, looking pretty easy. So if you can hold them here to 3, that's a win on the Knights' part.
Oh, number carries to Kader. He's wrapped up by a host of St. Mary's defenders.
Kader thought he.
I think that was Luke Cady again with the tackle.
Curious where they'll mark that. Gain of 3. And like you were saying earlier, this wind, this is starting to feel a little bit more like Sioux High School football with a little bit of wind, a little bit of chills. A little bit more difficult to kick extra points and field goals now as soon as the wind comes into play.
Yeah, agreed. We're going to have our first timeout, so let's just take a minute to thank our corporate sponsors, Algoma Thunderbird Athletics, here on Superior Catholic District School Board, free-frame photography by Bob Davies, Algoma District School Board, Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie, Team Essentials, the NCC Pro Shop, the J-Team of Joanne and Jason at Century 21, Culligan Sault Ste. Marie, O'Sullivan Funeral Home, and True North Radio. So they had a quick kick there, and a field goal was up, and a Korah lead 3-0 after that long drive. But, you know, if I'm Coach Bernabucci, I just had a long drive, and we were making a lot of ground and had to settle for a field goal. You know, it's got to be a little bit tough. You know, you like the points, and you like to get on the board and break the score to a lead, but you know, got to be a little bit disappointed, I would think, at that point that you didn't get all of it, right?
Well, I know as a former quarterback, if I'm marching down the field and I'm settling for 3, if you're going off and you're feeling like that was a loss, you're feeling like that was a missed chance at getting a big lead rather than a quick 3-0 lead. So great job by that Mary's defensive line and that linebacking core to really buckle down and stonewall the run game of the Korah Colts. And now you give a chance for Landon Sherratt to see what he can do, see if he can attack this Korah Colts defense, which has been pretty stingy so far throughout the early weeks of junior football.
Agreed. So we got 2:53. That first quarter seems to, long runs and less penalties sure eat up a lot of clock awful quickly. So
we love to see that, Ray. No one likes calling the game where there's a flag every 15 seconds.
No. That's some good coaching by both teams. That's fundamentals right there. You're teaching your kids not to jump, not to, not to grab, not to hold. That's strong coaching right there, and you can tell by all the coaches on the sideline there. But I bet you between the two teams there was 120 players here, and that's a lot of kids. Yeah. And unfortunately only we can get so many on the field at a time. So. So, number 2, Regan DeSordo, back to pass. Tried a flare-out pass to Dylan Dewar. And the Korah defender, Jaron Caldma, was having nothing to do with that one. It was a little high, but it looked like Caldma had a better chance than Dewar did, unfortunately.
So it's Regan DeSordo starting at quarterback. That's different than what it was last week for the Knights?
Well, you never know what goes on at practice, and if somebody made all the practices, or if there's an injury, or there's a stomach virus. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, that's the difficult thing with high school football. We don't get an injury report or a starting lineup. So
handoff to the far side to number 7, Adam Provenzano, breaking a long one here, being tracked down by number 33 for the Korah Colts, and pushed out of bounds right around the 15-yard line, roughly. So Che Grangs with the big tackle there for Korah.
What a terrific run there by Adam Provenzano, bouncing right out to the outside, and no one touched him for about 40 yards right there. So great opening run for the St. Mary's Knights. And now, like we were talking about with that defense holding 3 points here gives your offense a chance to come out and take the lead after you already had a long drive, take a bunch of time off the clock in the first quarter. So
Agreed.
Terrific.
Good for about a 65-yard run.
So you just heard it from the PA announcer, Phil Bambaco. 65-yard run by Provenzano. He got a lot of playing time last week. He got the ball quite a bit. So it's a fumble here. And the Korah defender, Nolan Kader, comes up with it. Number 26 for the St. Mary's Knights couldn't find the handle, Dominic Kambuli, and unfortunate for St. Mary's after that long running, they didn't make it. So
that is just such an unfortunate error for the Knights right there. After we were just talking about that long run breaks out, you get a chance to capitalize on your defense making a strong red zone stand, and just to turn the ball over based on just a fumble is just so it's just so frustrating for the Knights. So hey, if you're Korah right now, you're like, oh, we just got a freebie. Go down and put more points up on the board and make this a 2-possession game. That's what I'm thinking.
So Korah under center. St. Mary's defender running on late. Quick handoff here to number 22 and number 68 for the St. Mary's Knights. Deegan Desjardins having nothing to do with it and getting him in a loss for about 5.
That is 2 TFLs for Desjardins in the last 2 runs that Lehtinen has touched the football. So he is reading that. He's reading Ethan Brewer's eyes right now very well, watching the football and doing a really good job slipping by that offensive line to create some tackle for losses here for this Knights defense.
So it's going to be 2nd and 15 with 1:17 to play here late in the first quarter. Fake handoff, handed off to number 23, Damian McGahee. McGahee, sorry.
McGahee get called down.
I'm not sure how far he got, but
Mr. Russell Pine on the tackle.
it's now 2nd down.
Yeah, another loss.
Ball came out after
Another TFL for the Knights. That was, again, terrific defense by Russell Pine as he wrapped McGahee up, spinning him around and not letting him go anywhere after contact. So
Long 3rd down here. You got to think that Coach Bernabucci might go to the passing game here and try and catch something. Wouldn't be surprised to see Kader in the mix here for one of these. Faked around. Oh, they give it the old pitch around in the middle, off tackle. And that's going to bring up 4th down after a gain of about 4.
Gain of a couple of yards.
that was Martino Cotramilio right up the middle there for only a couple. Great defensive drive there by the Knights after your offense turns the ball over and not allowing Korah to gain any momentum after the turnover. So terrific job there by that young Knights defensive line.
So, punt team on. Kader back deep. I can't see the St. Mary's defenders. They're trimmed, but it looks like Dominic Kambuli is one of them. And the ball is kicked almost to the 50-yard line. And the Korah defenders jumping on the ball. That's going to be a penalty. It's not a kickoff, so he has to give yards, so he didn't know.
Yeah, he's asking the ref. I think he's thinking that he was behind the punter, which he was not on a punt, so he was not one of the gunners.
No, he was not. I think
We do have a flag on the play.
Korah coaching staff is asking whether he was hot or not, and I honestly didn't see where he was lined up. I was just focusing on the returners. So
That had some hang time, but I think it wasn't enough hang time for the gunner to get down there as quickly as Martino did, even though Martino is a fast player. So none of the refs are even considering it. So 1st down, Mary's in good field position.
So up 5 yards, so it's only the 5-yard variety of the penalty as opposed to the 15. So St. Mary's is going to take over on the Korah side of the field at the Korah 43-yard line. 11 seconds left here in the first quarter.
First and 10, St. Mary's.
Oh, scrambling out. Oh, and he give him the old slippery slide there. Number 2, Regan DeZordo just making some magic happen. Got himself about got about 5 yards, and we got an injury timeout, so we're going to send it to the booth for a brief timeout. #93, Lucas Young, was able to get off the field on his own steam for the Korah Colts, but we flipped the dish here, so now we're going to have St. Mary's heading into the south side of the field. A little bit of wind for them to battle, wind's fluctuating a little bit, and my young colleague here is a little bit cold, so he had to put his jacket on.
Thanks for telling everyone that, right?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, no.
If you think it's cold now, you wait till wintertime, buddy.
I'm used to that Ottawa, a little bit
No,
hotter
not even
weather.
close, not even
A
close.
little bit hotter weather.
There you go. Regan DeSordo under center for St. Mary's.
For the Knights.
Hand off to number 7, Adam Provenzano. Provenzano looks like he's awful close. We're going to look for referee Fitzpatrick to give us a signal whether it's a first down or not. But
that was terrific grip.
First down it is. So Provenzano grinding out a first down.
First down yardage for Provenzano.
Yeah, that was great hand grip there by Jake Demignani, as he was not letting Provenzano go, even though Provenzano did a good job fighting for that extra yardage.
Hand off to number 4, Dylan Dewar, trying to get somewhere on the outside, but he's tackled by number 33 for the Korah Colts, Che Grings.
Dewar looked like he had maybe a little bit of room there, but fantastic job by Korah to collapse to the outside, not letting Dewar get to the edge. So about 2nd and about 4 here for the Knights, and I'm guessing a pass here, right? I'm feeling a pass by DeSordo.
Well, it's 2nd down and 3. Be a good time to do it, but it's an off-tackle run here by Provenzano up the middle. Stacked up.
Provenzano up the middle for some good hard yards before being brought down.
Stacked up by, is that 21 or 91?
I believe it's 21.
And Reed Gordon with the tackle.
Reed Gordon.
Well, we've already seen that burst so far early on in this game by Adam Provenzano, as we saw last week. He can really explode when he gets that ball, and when he hits open field, he's very difficult to bring down. So Korah needs to do a good job gang tackling here today if they want to stop Mr. Provenzano from running all over them.
Fake handoff, rolls out to his right. He's got a receiver open. Oh, I think he underthrew that one. He had number 99 for the St. Mary's, Matthew Sorelli. And there was a flag in the backfield, so it looks like I'm going to guess it was in the vicinity of holding.
Yeah.
And he's asking the Korah team. So
I thought he had Vin Volpsagle up towards the boundary a little bit more, just instead of going across his body back into the middle of the football field. I thought that would have been a little bit of an easier throw, because I thought him and Volpsagle and number 99 Sorelli had about similar separation on the corner. But obviously DeSordo saw that Sorelli had a little bit better separation, just underthrew him a little bit. So nevertheless, 1st and about 20 after the holding call. Would have came back anyway.
So 1st and 20, 9:46 in the 2nd quarter. Handoff's fumbled.
Ball comes out.
I don't see who's got a hold of it just yet, but I think the St. Mary's defender was able to fall on his own carry. So number 99, I believe, for St. Mary's, Matthew
Sorelli, who we were just talking about.
I'm not sure how to say his name. I'm going to get that right. Cercelli, because there's an extra C.
Oh, there is an extra C.
I don't have my glasses on here, but now I can see it better.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's Cercelli, but already early on in this football game, we've seen the Knights fumble the football twice. They need. Oh.
So, roll back, trying to hit. Oh, great play by the defender for Korah. Number 41 with a knockdown, Jace Alberry. If he didn't, he had Nolan. He had Volpe-Segal for a touchdown, because he was way in front there had he got him the ball.
No, nice play there by Alberry to just keep his eyes on the quarterback. Realized that it was a pass from DeSordo, and if DeSordo let him a little bit further down, you're right, he would have had Volpe-Segal for 6. So good job by Alberry to knock that one away and keep it to 3rd and 20 here for the Knights.
That pass was backwards, so it's a good thing he made a catch. Provenzano came down with that. And it looks like Nolan Kader is in on the tackle for Korah. And that should change it to 4th down. So St. Mary's bring on their punt team, I would assume, at this point.
And we've seen it the past 2 drives now that they're going to probably punt this, is they fumbled the football twice already today. So they got to get these hand downs down pat, or because it's costing them their drives.
Agreed.
The first one was a turnover. The second was a loss of 6. And anytime you're shooting yourself in the foot for 6 yards, you're going to lose your drive.
So the snap was fumbled. Because they were not too sure who wanted that one. So
Caldma and Cochamilio need to communicate there on the back end, because normally, especially in baseball, right, you fly ball goes in the air, your center fielder and your left fielder don't communicate, that ball ends up on the ground. So good job there by Caldma to just fall on top of it and not have a turnover at the 1.
So referee Fitzpatrick having a discussion here with the St. Mary's captain Luke Cady, one of the captains for his team, trying to get an understanding as to what transpired there. So it was an offside against St. Mary's, I believe. No, offside against Korah. Penalty is declined. My mistake.
Offside against Korah, it is declined. It'll be 1st and 10 deep in their own
So
end.
it'll be 1st and 10. I'm just seeing if referee Ewell has the holding the spot there. If referee Ewell is holding the spot, that's on the 7-yard line of Korah. So they got a 8:35 to go here in the second quarter, and it's a 3-0 lead. And they're hoping to get some momentum here.
Yeah, if I'm Korah right now, I want to chew this clock, and I want to get a nice methodical drive going all the way down the field. That's my goal if I'm an offense. First down, pile them up, and get this clock down to about 3 minutes before I give the ball back to Mary's.
So handoff to number 22.
Leighton trying to get to the outside. He's met by a couple of nights.
Leighton. Again, that looks like 55 for the St. Mary's Knights on the tackle.
Dufel again.
So ever since I mentioned the first 3 carries for Leighton, where he was averaging 10 yards a carry, Mary's has done a fantastic job of getting them for -2, -4, and -3. So they have really clamped down on Caleb Leighton in here early on in this football game, and that's what we said they would have success doing if they want to win this football game. So good job there by the St. Mary's Knights.
So 7:40 at the count here, 2nd and about 8. Well, quarterback with carrying it like a loaf of bread, almost got stripped. I got to think that Coach Bernabucci's not going to want that happening. So Ethan Brewer almost lost the ball there, and that was he was fortunate enough to come back with it. So
Yeah.
cost him about 3 extra yards too. So it's going to be 3rd down and 13.
As a coach, you tell your quarterbacks, even when they're scrambling, you see all the best quarterbacks in football, they do it as well. They have 2 hands on the football. You keep your eyes downfield. That way, if someone coming from behind you tries to swat at it, you have time to grab it and hold on to it. Ethan Brewer was carrying that thing around, like you said, like a loaf of bread.
Yep.
And he's lucky that wasn't a turnover.
He's going home to make a sandwich there. A little handoff up the middle, and it's not getting too far. A host of St. Mary's tacklers, number 5, number 55, and number 45. 5, 45, and 5, all with the tackle there.
I am incredibly impressed right now with the St. Mary's run defense. They are doing a fantastic job swarming the ball carrier, and every tackle of the past 6 or 7 runs by Korah, it's been 3 guys every single time tackling the ball carrier. So terrific job by St. Mary's. They're going to set their offense up here with fantastic field position.
Yeah, for sure. And Korah, I don't know if they're at the point where Coach Bernabucci takes a safety, or he's counting on Kader to bang a big one. And he's counting on Kader to bang a big one, and he did too. Look at that.
Oh,
he gets
goodness.
a terrific bounce. Ball staying inbounds, rolling all the way down to the St. Mary's 35 from his own end zone. Amazing punt. Dom Kambuli trying to run that back.
Nice kick, makes an absolutely gorgeous Korah.
Nolan Kader heard me say that he's going to set up St. Mary's with good field position, and he said not today, as that was a terrific punt, perfect location, nice friendly roll for Korah. And
Friendly. That was 2 bus transfer around to friendly.
fantastic roll and terrific job there by the Korah Colts punter.
Wow. That talking about getting the benefit of the doubt for that was just awesome.
They're never going to take a safety again if they have Nolan Kader punting back there.
No.
That's what I'd tell Coach.
He got that. That's the most favorite bounce of the day there.
From their own 41.
St. Mary's under center. He's gone for a pass. He's trying to hit his receiver, DeZordo, trying to get Dewar, but it was Dewar was looking over his left shoulder, and the ball kind of got sailed over top of his head, so unfortunately wasn't able to come down.
Yeah, good coverage there by Reed Gordon as they're nice little hand fighting up at the top of the route. And obviously, like you said, DeZordo a little bit overthrew him a little bit, and Dewar didn't really have a chance to make a play on the football, but nevertheless, good coverage there by Reed Gordon to set up second and long here for the St. Mary's Knights.
So 2nd and 10. Brewer under center. Korah jumped, but they didn't snap the ball, and Adam Provenzano gets the handoff here.
Dr. Provenzano gets maybe a yard before being taken down by Yule and Conchimilio.
Yeah, you see the whole right side of the line for the Korah Colts jumps, and as a guard, you either have to reach your hand out and touch him, or you have to snap the football. So that's an offensive line miscue right there.
Yeah, for sure. That's just the center not being too cerebral there, understanding the implications that it would have got him a first down for that. So
yeah, little miscommunications, little mental errors so far by the Knights has been the only thing keeping them back of taking the lead in this football game.
Third and 10.
Look at this overload to the right here.
3rd down. Provenzano with the carry. Number 41 for the Korah Colts.
Gets a few good hard yards before being brought down.
Jay Salisbury with another tackle. So
we saw Jay Salisbury do a nice job in coverage earlier on, and then we see him make a nice run stuff here to keep it to 4th and about 4 here.
oh, St. Mary's defender down.
We do have an injury time.
It doesn't look like it's going to be too long, so we'll just stay live here, folks. Number 84 for the St. Mary's Knights. Cole Forsyth was a little bit banged up and then got over the sideline, and his coach told him to get down so they can get a player on the field. But they made their substitution. Number 45 for the St. Mary's Knights, Dean McCarthy, making his way onto the field.
Love the hustle off the bench.
4th down. St. Mary's electing to go for it here. This is a pretty big bunch formation. I'm not sure what the game plan is. Maybe just a quarterback shove. Oh, and he's met behind the line by number 4, Martino Conchimilio, with a big tackle.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that play call right there. That was, like you were saying, incredibly overloaded to the right side, and you're kind of broadcasting what you're going to do, right? Like, it's 4th and 5. I don't imagine you're going to put this ball in the air when you bring out 8 guys on the line of scrimmage. So, and Korah did a fantastic job recognizing that and being all over it. So,
yeah, and they're going to benefit from the unable to get the first down St. Mary's drive there, and it'll be 1st down for the Korah Colts on the 46-yard line of the St. Mary's Knights. So,
story of this first half for the St. Mary's Knights is lost opportunities. They've had plenty of chances in this football game to go up on the Korah Colts, and as like we've talked about, you got to capitalize on your chances against Korah, or else they're going to make you pay. That was offside.
It was, but it was not caught, and tackled there by number 68 for the St. Mary's Knights. Number 68 would be Deegan Desjardins.
I believe that was 68 Deegan Desjardins. Maybe a gain of a yard sets up.
Yeah, nice play by Desjardins, as we've called his name multiple times so far, with a couple tackle for losses and early contact on the run plays. So,
yeah, you know, this is Bonifero, like Coach Bonifero, the head coach for St. Mary's. His kids are usually a little bit more prepared than that. So, just you know, could be nerves playing Korah, could be anything. You never know with kids at this age. So, looking to regroup here. Quick handoff up the middle by number 3, Nolan Kader. Tackled, strong performance there by number 55, Ashton Newfield. That's Ashton Newfield's 8th tackle of the game already.
Yeah, the St. Mary's defensive line and linebackers have really come to play so far in this football game. As we've called Ashton Newfield's name a bunch of times, we've called Deegan Desjardins' name a bunch of times so far in this football game. So when you have your linebackers swarming to the football on early down runs, it creates such a good feel for your defense that no one's going to get any ground on you.
Yeah, for sure. So handoff up the middle to number 4 for Martino Cochamilio. Land pretty hard on his back there.
Hard run, hard hit.
Gets up on his own accord, and it's a first down
By Wellwood Vulcan.
from the 35-yard line.
For the Colts.
Good job there by Cochamilio knowing where the sticks are. As he's shaking up a little bit after that.
That was a pretty hard land. I'm surprised the coaching staff hasn't subbed him out there. I don't care how tough you are. Every once in a while you get caught with one of those hits. He still seems to be trying to shake it off, but
yeah, I don't imagine he's going to be touching the football this play.
you never know.
And he touches the football.
Yeah, there you go. See what happens when you say stuff? So
I know.
another run by Cochamillo, tackled by number 60 for the St. Mary's Knights, Matthias Wellwood Pukinen.
Yeah, what do I know, eh? Cochamillo shaking up after the last run. Let's give it right back to him for a gain of 4. So good job by Cochamillo bouncing right back and putting his head down and getting those extra yards after contact.
So second down and 6. 1:52 here to go in the first half of this junior tilt here at John Wayne Spot Field. A little bit of a mix-up on the snap there, but number 22 for the Korah Colts, Caleb Leighton, got about 15, 16 yards there, and he's got enough for a first down. Number 28, St. Mary's, Jarrett Solomon on the tackle.
Yeah, Leighton lost that football there, and James Yule hopped right on that. He's lucky that wasn't a turnover. As I'm looking over at the pile over there, and Leighton's standing outside looking at it, and I'm like, I thought he got the football. So, I mean, good run. Just hold on to the football, young man.
Yeah, well, they're fortunate enough there. That was not a clean snap, but he had to regrip on the initial snap. So, credit to quarterback Brewer there, was able to hold on to the ball. So.
Good heads-up awareness by James Yule to realize that football
we got
was
a
out as well.
timeout here by the St. Mary's Knights, so we're going to send it to the booth for a brief TV timeout. All right, Korah making their St. Mary's giving their assignments out on the defensive side. Korah hustling up to the ball, so they're going to have first and 10 with 1:20 from the St. Mary's side of the field on the 19-yard line. So another handoff to Leighton, breaks another one outside, tackled with a strong tackle from number 35, Carter Reggett.
Good strong tackle there by Carter Reddit as he came in flying downhill and stopping Leighton right in his tracks. But this is the more of what we're accompanied to seeing to with the Korah Colts run game. 5, 6 yards, and then break off a 20-yarder, right? So St. Mary's did a fantastic job early on in this football game of stopping the run to Korah, and I think they might be getting a little worn down right now.
My mistake. I believe that was Adam Newfield again with another tackle that was not Reggett. My bad.
That happens. I thought so too.
So second down after that 4-yard gain, and Nolan Kader gets nowhere. Brought down by number 66 for the St. Mary's Knights. Mason Romani again with another tackle.
With the tackle.
Again, if you're St. Mary's, bend, don't break. You do not want this going to 2 possessions before going into half. So they've done a good job last red zone possession.
3rd down and 4. 49 seconds to go here in the first half. Got to see whether they're in 4-down territory here. And St. Mary's snuffed that run right up the middle out.
Pass the bodies right up the middle.
Trying to see who made that tackle.
54 for St. Mary's.
Number 54 for St. Mary's. That would be Matteo DeLuzio with the tackle there.
Yeah, Cochamilio had nowhere to go as DeLuzio was just right there and welcomed him with a big bear hug right in the middle. So about 4th and 3 here.
Another timeout. We'll just stay live here on the mics, but what are your thoughts on the game so far?
So far it's been solid. I mean, it's been a nice clean game so far, as there hasn't been too many flags. It's been honestly just both. It's been a chess match, right? You think they're going on the ground, they throw it in the air. You think they're going to put it in the air on 3rd and 15, they're going to run a jet sweep. So a lot of X's and O's so far in this football game, and I've been impressed with St. Mary's doing a good job on the ground, keeping the Korah run game in check, although Korah this drive has done a fairly decent job of getting back to what they're accompanied to normally with the 5-5-20. So, and St. Mary's honestly on offense has just kind of shot themselves in the foot, giving up. They've had opportunities to take control of this football game, and they just have kind of let it get away from them. So I'm curious to see who's going to capitalize on a mistake first.
Yeah, I don't know, I know Coach Bernabucci really well, and there's a play he's got figured out for this one. I got to guess it's not one of those runs up the middle, so they might try and catch him on a free. Oh, I thought they might try and catch him on a freeze call. Pass up to the corner, and it's picked off in the end zone by number 14 for the St. Mary's Knights, Mason Bazooka.
But it's picked off. Number 14 for the
Well,
St.
we were just
Mary's
talking
Knights,
about who's going to
Mason Bazooka
capitalize on a
with
mistake first, and now St. Mary's is going to have a chance to do that, as Ethan Brewer kind of lofted that one in the air for James Ewell, and I thought maybe if he led him a little bit more to the corner, because James Ewell had that backside leverage more to his back shoulder, and he kind of threw it on the inside part of him, and it wasn't going anywhere. So good job there by St. Mary's to get off the field in the red zone and let their offense have a chance here to maybe try to put points up, even though it is you're running close for time here.
Yeah, you know what? I was not expecting that play call out of Coach Bernabucci. I got to be honest. He usually has a run installed for that particular time, that situation, and I really expected to see that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. I was a little bit surprised as well with it being 4th and 3, and you have that potent run offense, right? So
yeah.
Maybe thought he'd catch him off guard there, but St. Mary's was home for it.
Well, they call a timeout here, and they sure took their sweet time getting onto the field. By the time he runs out there, his timeout's going to be almost over. So. Yeah, and when you find tightly contested contests like this, 20 players from each side of the field, on each side of the team over there, won't see the field tonight. So when it's tight and it's low scoring, they don't always get on there. So
yeah, it's important the kids that aren't on the football field, they're staying ready, listening to the coaches talk, listening to the play calls that are being called, so that way when their time comes, they will be ready to go.
Okay, so we've got 29 seconds left. Brewer under center. Handoff up the middle.
Let's go right up the middle.
And it's going nowhere. Number 39 for the Korah Colts.
Provenzano.
Jake Damiani with the tackle.
Good play there by Damiani, not letting Provenzano get to the second level. As we've talked about, when he gets into the open field, it's pretty dangerous for St. Mary's. So
2nd and 10 for the Knights.
Korah trying to shut this down before half, going to the break with a 3-0 lead. If I'm Mary's, I'm just running this clock out right down to 0 and then snapping it, taking this to the half.
Well, in fact, that they do take a knee.
Clock's going to stop, and then they're going to have to snap it again. I don't know. They took a knee pretty early there.
Yeah. So just going to spot it back 1 yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Referee Fitzpatrick will rule the play in to go. And I think they'll take another knee, and after the clock winds down, and that should take us almost right to it. Will, in fact, take us to the first half. He's going to take a knee here very shortly.
With a fake knee. No.
Takes his knee. And that's the halftime, folks. We'll see you back here in about 10 minutes' time. Thanks for tuning in.
As we normally do for 10
back here at John Wayne Fott Field with a quick kickoff here in the second half. Korah kicks it off to number 30 for the St. Mary's Knights, John Anthony Gialinardo, and he's brought down by number 4 for the Korah Colts, Martino Cochamilio.
Yeah, I feel like we call Cochamilio's name a lot on special teams, as he's always one of the guys on the far edge, and he just rips around across and stays in his lane, always does a good job of kick return coverage. So shout out Cochamilio's kickoff return defense.
Yeah, so looks like we're at the 30-yard line. So be St. Mary's taking over at their own 30. Handoff up the middle to Provenzano's got some room for running. Breaks one free to the outside. Being tracked down by number 9 for the Korah Colts, Reed Gordon.
Provenzano, the Knight on a horse, all the way downfield. About 35 yards for a first down.
Looks like he got it all the way down to the Korah 47.
Terrific vision there by Adam Provenzano to read the left side of the line, which was a fantastic block by the left guard, sealing the edge and letting Provenzano slip to the outside. And then good job by his wide receiver to seal off the outside shoulder and let Provenzano get around him just to finish off that run with a hard
looks like
shoulder.
we got a injury. We're going to send it to the booth for a brief timeout.
We do have an
Okay, the injured player for the Korah Colts, Jasper Chrysler, off on his own accord. A little help from his coaches, and looks like he's limping a little. Could be a knee or lower body injury for sure. So with 11:33 here in this third quarter, 3-0 lead for the Korah Colts. St. Mary's on the Korah side of the field from the Korah 47. First down. DeSordo under center. Quick handoff to number 4. Grabbed right away by number 3, Nolan Kader.
And we saw DeSardo there with a little bit of trouble with the snap, as he still got that. Thank goodness to Duar as he came up for about 3 yards. We talked about it at the end of half there, how St. Mary's kind of shot themselves in the foot over and over again on offense, not turning mistakes on Korah into points. So if Mary's is going to want to win this football game, they're going to need to convert off mistakes from Korah.
Agreed. Oh, fumbled snap. Provenzano smartly picks the ball up, but tackled immediately by Martino Cochamilio. And that's 4 tackles for Martino tonight already.
It looked like their spacing was a little off in the backfield, as I saw the left guard kind of pull over, and it looked like he bumped into DeSardo before being able to hand that off to Provenzano. So
the biggest thing, it was the snap. The snap was not taken properly out of center, and the lineman was pulling, and he got in the road because the snap was delayed.
Yeah,
so.
it looks like the snaps between DeSardo and the center have been a little off all night tonight, and that's led to some balls on the ground for St. Mary's. So they got to clean that up if they want to have a chance of winning this football game.
Handoff, Provenzano, tackled by a host of Korah defenders.
Korah breaks the block.
Looks like number 68, or is that 88? 68 for the Korah Colts. Well, it can't be 68 because we don't have and we don't have an 88. So unfortunately, folks, we're not sure which player it is making the tackle there, but
it's a great tackle by Anonymous.
We'll write it in as the number on the official game sheet here.
That's going to be 4th and 10 for the Knights. Punt team out.
Punt is up.
Good boot.
Picked up by Colwell, but he's brought down.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Almost
Referee
immediately
Chow.
the play comes out.
I'm not sure that was a horse collar, in my opinion, but we're going to see.
I don't think he called a horse collar. I think he was calling no
No yards. Okay, that's fair.
But I still thought Provenzano gave him a fair bit of. I don't know if it was quite 5 yards here. We'll see it on the replay.
You don't get.
Yeah, he was inside 5 yards.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You don't get the not quite.
Yeah. I always just find it frustrating with
Oh, I'm good. Here, you eat it.
Oh.
$5 says Chrissy.
Yeah, no, I always find with the 5 yards it's difficult. So if I see a guy off 3 yards, if I'm on rough, I'm giving him the benefit. But that's just me.
Okay, back under center. First down for Korah at their own 40-yard line. Handoff up the middle, going nowhere. What a defensive battle we got here today. So
Neufeld came flying in.
Neufeld again. Imagine that.
Yeah, that was a terrific play by Ashton Neufeld to swarm, as Cochamilio had absolutely nowhere to go right up the middle there for a gain of none. So, no gain, sorry, not a gain of none.
Neufeld with his 10th tackle of the game.
Having 10 tackles before the end of the third quarter, and having 10 tackles in a football game is terrific regardless, let alone before the end of the third quarter. So, that really says a lot about what this Knights defense has done to this core run game tonight.
Pitch out to Martino Cochamilio. Good enough for 4 yards. Tackled.
Couldn't really see.
Looks like number 60 for the St. Mary's Knights. Wellwood Pukinen.
Just, again, penetration up front by the defensive line, making initial contact with Cochamilio and letting those linebackers kind of swarm and make the play. So about 3rd and 6 here for the Colts, and a huge defensive stand here for the Knights if possible. And he's
got some running room. And the initial grab was a horse collar, and that's I'm positive referee my mistake. Referee Corelli was in on that. Oh, he called a hold actually.
Oh,
because the first grab, if you look at the replay, watch the first grab. When he grabs him here on the outside, the first grab was a shoulder, and then he moved it right away. So there's a hold on Korah. That's going to move them back.
And Ray, that is the first penalty in this game so far. So terrific job by both teams to come in well prepared and playing clean football as of.
I wouldn't say first penalty.
That was the first penalty.
Well, referee Chow threw a flag for no yards.
Oh,
which is a penalty.
Sorry.
Is it a penalty or is it not?
No, it's a penalty. I'm not counting no yards as an actual penalty. I'm talking about holding or illegal shift or real penalties.
Player foul.
Player foul, personal foul, yeah. No, you're right on that. I forgot about the no yards calls.
So, Korah pushed back here to 3rd and 16. Oh, that's pretty close to being offside. Quick pass out here. Overthrew his receivers out of bounds. And it's going to bring up 4th down, so I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Ray. It looked like a lot of movement up front on that offensive line, and then I think I saw James Yule was 5 yards past the linebackers by the time that ball was snapped. But nonetheless, St. Mary's did a good job covering that pass, and they're going to get a 4th and long and a chance to take the lead in this football game when their offense comes back out. So this defense doing a terrific job keeping the Korah Colts off the scoreboard.
Well, I think Korah's going to hope that Nolan Kader can get another bomb away like he did the last time.
Yeah, if I'm a kick returner, I'm playing 10 yards back than I normally would based off of the last kick.
You got another good one away. Dom Kambuli with the reception on the kick. Breaks it to the outside. Breaks a few tackles, spins. And eventually brought down by number 81 for the Korah Colts, Amadeo Felice.
Kambuli did a really nice job of setting up under that football and catching that ball in full speed going forward and getting up about 15 yards. So this looks like a Korah defender is down.
Okay, we're going to send it up to the booth back here for a brief TV timeout. Korah defender was able to get off on his own accord. And it will be first down for St. Mary's on this side of center at the Korah 53-yard line. Handoff to Provenzano, breaking one out to the outside. And there might be a horse collar on that one.
Yeah, it looked like Korah got a hand around the number up top. So I'm curious what the call is here, or if it was a hit out of bounds. We can't really see where the boundary is from where we're standing as well.
Rough play.
Yeah.
Against Korah. Horse collar tackle.
Good call there, Ray.
So that's going to be a 15-yard variety. That's going to move them back. And St. Mary's will be the beneficiary of the penalty, and they're going to get the ball probably just inside the...
And we've seen this so far in this game.
So
with
26-yard line. It'll be first down for the St. Mary's Knights on the 26-yard lines at the Korah Colts.
We've seen this so far in this game with Korah kind of giving St. Mary's an opportunity to get in this football game, and Mary's kind of shot themselves in the foot. So I'm curious to see here if they can finally capitalize on an opportunity given to them by Korah.
So handoff up the middle to Martino Cochamilio. Good for about 4 yards.
Nice run there by Dylan Dewar.
And tackle by Martino Cochamilio. I'm a little bit surprised at the amount of players that are seeing both sides of the field here. It's a defensive battle, and neither team wants to lose, so they're playing all of their high-quality players and starters both ways.
Like you said, in a close game like this, some of the other players aren't going to see the field, unfortunately, so they're playing a lot of their big guns.
St. Mary's quarterback rolling out. Overthrows both his receivers. The intended target was number 3, Vin Volpe Segal.
Pass ball's incomplete.
I'm really loving these ball fakes right now by Regan DeSordo as he's putting that right hand out, doing the Aaron Rodgers, tucked that ball in on the left side of the body, and he's creating a good job getting outside of the pocket there, and unfortunately for him, just overthrew Volpe Segal in the back of the end zone. If I'm Volpe Segal there, I want to come back to my quarterback, make it easier for him to get it to me rather than just kind of stand flat-footed in the end zone.
Yeah, so we got third down here with 5:50 to play in the third quarter. Handoff again outside to number 17 for the St. Mary's Knights, Bobby Reel, and he gets nowhere.
Yeah, there's Leighton, the running back for Korah.
Yeah, Leighton with his third tackle on the day. Fourth down and 8. St. Mary's sending on, looks like one of their kick teams. I don't know if it's the punt team or it's the kickoff team or field goal team, but.
And again, Mary's not able to capitalize on that penalty that Korah gave them to set them up in good field position. So you got to be frustrated if you're the St. Mary's offense so far in this football game. Credit to Korah's defense. They've played terrific. They have stopped almost everything that the Knights have thrown at them defensively. So looks like it's the field goal team.
Yeah, they're going to run out of time here very quickly if they don't get this controlled.
Refs looking at each other like.
well short. It's going to look like Korah's going to be able to run it out. Martino Cochamilo trying to get the corner, and he's knocked his feet out from underneath him by Luke Cady. So the kick was well short, just not enough leg, unfortunately. He got underneath the ball a little bit, which really didn't help him much.
Yeah, that one came off the foot funny. You could see it right away. That didn't have a chance of getting through the uprights. So good stand there by Korah. It looks like there's a flag. Just don't know what it's on.
Well, we're getting our own type of flyby here. I'm not sure if it's an M&R plane or what it is, but
I know if my dad was here, he'd be pulling up his flight tracker app and getting the plane number. And my dad's a pilot for Jazz.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he loves planes.
Well, you'd have to if he's working for Jazz. Korah under center. A run out here, but tackled by number 55 for St. Mary's, Adam Neufeld. I'm running out of room for his tackles here.
Yeah, I can't even tell you how many times Ashton Neufeld that we've called his name, and he's just been swarming all over this Korah Colts offense.
No gain, sets up second and about 13.
Sounds like the senior teams are downstairs in their prospective change rooms. You can get the floor is vibrating because of the music, and
It's the first time tonight that Enzo Gonzalez has carried the football.
Kader with the carry on the far side of the field. Breaks a bunch of tackles. He's getting free, and he's finally wrapped up and brought down at the 50-yard line by number 56 for the St. Mary's Knights, Nicholas Cavalier.
Terrific play there by Nicholas Cavalier to save 6. As Kader had a head full of steam, and the strong grip by Cavalier slowed him up enough for another Mary's defender to come in and finish the job. Terrific run there by Kader, as a nice little jump cut, and then got to the outside, and it looked like he was off to the races.
Yeah, that was a jersey string tackle there. He was just about free.
Eventually with the tackle. First and 10, Korah.
St. Mary's blitzing. And the run going the opposite ways, but sniffed out. And referee Corelli in on the fracas. Let's go with that.
2 yards.
Based off of where this last flag was from the same official, I'm curious if it's going to be holding again on Korah.
Well, referee Corelli's
Although it looks like Mary's is moving back.
rough play. Blow to the head against St. Mary's. 15-yard variety. Going to back them up, and their St. Mary's, so Korah is now on the St. Mary's side of the field.
St. Mary's giving the Colts a chance to move up 2 possessions after they have not been able to capitalize when Korah has given them opportunities to take the lead in this football game. So
yeah, it's, we got 3:37 left to go here in the third quarter, and we've seen no points since the first quarter.
Since the first drive.
So defensive battle. Credit to both teams for having their teams prepared, but there's another flag coming in, but tackled there from the number 68 for Deegan Desjardins.
Deegan Desjardins with the tackle.
Yeah. Flag came in almost immediately right there, so I'm curious to see if it's going to be. Looks like it's a hold on Korah.
I believe we got a hold.
I'll back him up 10.
That's going to be holding against Korah. 10-yard penalty, that'll back them up.
So just as I say, they get on that side of the field, they get backed up, and
it feels like both teams don't want to score points with the self-inflicted offensive penalties so far in this football game.
yeah.
That and turning the ball and putting the ball on the ground, right?
I know Coach Nisbet over on the other side, he took over for me when I retired from coaching, and he's been doing a hell of a job with those guys over there. And I know he's liking that donut on the board. He's going to want to keep it that way too. So
Defensive coordinator's dream.
hand off to Kader. making his way forward, tackled by number 5, Luke Cady, and number 54, Matteo DeLuzio.
Sorry, you didn't get a chance to the tackle.
Oh, Kadir shaking up right there as that was a hard tackle by DeFuzio.
And we got a brief timeout here. Send it back to the booth. Oh, no, hold on. That's not. He's got up on his own accord after the coach got all the way out there.
Might have been a stinger.
Yeah, well, he got wrapped up pretty hard there, so. He does do a lot for the Korah Colts. He's their kicker. He's their runner. He's specials. And, you know, he's on defense too, so.
In a game like today where it seems like every starter has been playing both sides of the football, wear and tear comes into play at the end of the third quarter. So
St. Mary's doing a blitz, and I think they
It's
were
gonna be
offside.
offside.
They
It's a
got
free
caught
play.
on that.
it's a free play.
Oh, I'll tell you, Brewer had his receiver, Damon McGaughy, was wide open, but there's a flag on the play, so.
Yeah, they'll set Korah up here with second and manageable as Mary's blitz got a little bit too ambitious.
Yeah, that I think that was number 55 that jumped the line, Ashton Neufeld. But maybe not. Looks like the same. Oh, looks like it's against Korah. But I'll tell you one thing. He was right in the. If you go back and look at that replay, he was running through as the center was snapping the football.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised just based off of how quick the flag came out and where Ashton Neufeld was in the neutral zone. I thought for sure that was going to be offside on St. Mary's. Nevertheless, it's going to be third and about 15 here for the Colts, and Mary's going to have a chance to get their offensive football back, a chance to go up in this game again. Just no one's capitalizing on mistakes made by the other team so far.
Clock ticking down. Lateral out to Martino Cochamilio. Feet taken out from underneath him by Mason Mazuka. It's another great play.
Acrobatic rut. Taken down by number 14, Mason Mazuka.
Yeah, fantastic play there by Mason Mazuka to scream downhill. Recognized that ball was going out behind. It was a lateral over to Cochamilio, and Mazuka came flying out of nowhere to make sure they weren't getting a first down, not screwing up third and long. So I believe Korah is going to punt this football away.
Yeah, but their kicker was Kader, and he was hurt.
That's a good point, and I don't see Kader coming onto the field.
Maybe they got a backup kicker.
I see Jaron Kalma coming out.
Kalma?
Yeah, Davian Clark coming into the game too, first time today. Looks like it's gonna be Enzo Gonzalez.
Oh,
no.
High snap. Way over his head. Number 18, Easton Jones, trying to scramble and get a kick away. And that hit the Korah player.
What is going on?
All right, we have a very high snap.
Wow, this is it. This was a yard sale waiting to happen.
Which lands in the hands of a Korah player.
I'm trying to watch the replay just to figure out what happened here, as it was a high snap, and then I think Gonzalez tried to then kick it away, and number 87 for Korah, Keegan Thompson, found the ball right in his arms, and then so that'll be illegal touching. And then no yards. It'll be illegal touching, no yards. I don't even know how they're going to call this.
Yeah, well, we got a player injured down the field, so we're going to send it to the booth for a brief TV timeout. Hey, it looks like Deegan Desjardins was the one that was injured on the play, but got up, walked over to the, limping a little bit, but he got over to his side of the bench. St. Mary's first down here. Hand off to Provenzano, trying to get outside. Spins his way down for a carry of about 8, and brought down by number 33 for the Korah Colts, Che Grings.
Yeah, if the Knights are going to put some points up on the board, it's going to be on the hands of Adam Provenzano. He needs to bounce one to the outside and use those afterburners and take off down the sideline. So I found today when they've been running to the left side of the line's done a very good job of opening up some holes for Provenzano. So I would attack him between the guard and the tackle here over and over again to wear down this Korah Colts run defense.
Yeah, but Korah's pursuit on the outside has been phenomenal tonight, so
Absolutely.
they're not letting that play happen. So here's young Dewar with the tackle, with the run, all the way down to the 30-yard line, tacking again by number 33, Che Grings.
And again, running right through that left guard and that left tackle, springing Dewar ahead for 9 yards. So setting again, Mary's up with terrific field position here and trying to see if they can get some momentum in this football game when it seems to be a pretty level-headed football game up to this point.
Clock counting down, under 16 seconds to go here. Provenzano with the carry, and 8 up right at the line there.
A nice play by James Ewell.
It's like James Ewell and Cochamilio on the tackle.
James Ewell setting the edge there very nicely, forcing him to come back into all the boys in yellow and brown.
So no yards on the carry, so it's 2nd down and 10. And this will be the last play of the 3rd quarter, and we'll flip the dish and get over to the 4th quarter right after this play.
Step drop.
He's got a receiver, and it's caught.
Downfield.
Number 3, Vin Volpe-Segal for the touchdown.
Beautiful throw.
What a throw, right on target. He led him perfectly.
Terrific 3-step drop there by DeZordo, recognizing he's got Volpe-Segal with that inside post breaking route, and he put it right on the money. Volpe-Segal didn't have to move at all. That ball fell right in his numbers and capitalized. And huge play for St. Mary's to get some momentum here going into the 4th quarter late in this football game. So really impressed. That was DeZordo's 6th pass attempt, his first completion for 30 yards and a touchdown. So that's got to feel good for the young quarterback.
So number 13, William Watts with the extra point. And St. Mary's out in front after a long 3 quarters, 7-3.
Hey, we've been waiting a little bit for some points, and that was a nice way to bring back some points into the action as a nice 30-yard touchdown we've never complained about ever. So now if you're Korah, Mary's has finally capitalized on a mistake that you have given them over and over again tonight. Are you going to go down and answer for your defense, who has bailed you out a couple times tonight? That's the name of the game right now.
Yeah, Korah's got to get back to their bread and butter, running the game and introducing some passing if they want to make a difference here. And they're behind by 4, so they got, they're going to have their 12 minutes to try and get some more points on the board. And I know that staff pretty well over there. They're going to be just edging to get some play calls here. So.
Yeah, the Colts on their first drive came out with 2 pass attempts on that first possession, and they went down and got 3 points. And then since then, they've only thrown the ball twice the rest of the game. So I liked, like you said, getting that ball in the air a little bit on 2nd down, 2nd and short. Let them take a shot down the field. Open up the middle of the field for your run offense, which is your bread and butter, which Mary's has done a fantastic job stopping all night.
Yeah, and they're going to have the wind behind them. So it's, St. Mary's just had the benefit of not throwing into the wind and a little bit from behind. So now you're going to see Korah with the same opportunity here. And we still haven't seen any sign of Nolan Kader.
No, that's unfortunate for the Colts. He is their Swiss Army knife all over the field. Got James Ewell back there with Cochamilio.
Kick is down, fielded by number 6, James Ewell. Spun around and hit by Newfield again.
And that's why if you're the St. Mary's kickoff coverage, you stay in your lane because James Yule ran back to the opposite side of the field where there was no one blocking. So good job by the St. Mary's Knights to stay in their lane and gang tackle James Yule, only for a gain of about 10 off the return.
Yeah, and Carter Tate was also in on that tackle for St. Mary's, so name we haven't called very much this evening.
Like, hey, we just saw it, right? We haven't called Volpe Segel's name very much, and then he makes the play of the game for a 30-yard touchdown. So that's the great thing about football. You can be quiet all night and then spring for a big play. It changes the whole game.
Yeah, you know what? Korah's Kader must be out for the rest of the game here because he hasn't been. I haven't seen him on the field in the last 5 minutes or so. Hand off the middle to Kochemilos. Ate up right away by the St. Mary's Knights, number 60. Wellwood Pukinen with the tackle.
Yeah, the middle of the field right now for St. Mary's has been an absolute brick wall. They need to attack outside the tackles, get their speed guys in space like McGaughy and Leighton, and get those guys the football in space. Let them use their best weapon, which is their speed and their agility, to make St. Mary's defenders miss. But right now, it's a little bit too predictable on offense.
Up to the outside, but another strong tackle. Who's that one?
He's met by number 68.
Number 68. Desjardins with another tackle. That's his 5th on the evening.
I like the play call. I wanted them to get it outside, but just great pursuit by Desjardins to get out there and make sure that Leighton wasn't going anywhere. So the Colts got to maybe put this ball in the air here to mix it up a little bit.
You know how we haven't seen tonight was Lajinen. He
Nope.
must not be playing this evening.
No, we have not seen Lajinen.
Maybe he
tonight.
plays hockey and he's out of town or something, not available, injured. Another handoff to the far side, and it's a tackle. It looks like the ball's out. It's still out.
A little bit of trickery.
The refs are calling that down by contact, but I thought that ball came out.
Ball is fumbled.
We'll see here on the replay.
Referee Yule and referee Fitzpatrick.
Oh, it looks like, I believe that's Leighton and getting up gingerly.
Oh, he's up. No, back down.
Oh, I apologize. That's number 23.
That's number
McGaughy.
23 for McGaughy. So we're going to have a brief injury timeout. We're going to send it to the booth. And looks like they awarded St. Mary's the ball. Originally, it looked like they were going to call down by contact, but they made a decision, and St. Mary's recovered the ball. So Korah is going to be out there on defense now.
And we're just talking about it, but look who's out there. Number 3.
Yeah, he's toughing it up and trying to get out there and help his team. Provenzano with a big break to the outside, bending the corner. Knocked out by number 22, Caleb Leighton.
Beautiful run.
I've been incredibly impressed today with Provenzano's vision, especially to the left side of this football field. That line is doing a terrific job sealing towards the inside and letting Provenzano have the chance to bounce it out and use his speed. And props to him. Those jump cuts up at the line of scrimmage are terrific. So giving the St. Mary's offense a good chance to make this a 2-possession game.
First and goal, St. Mary's.
Hand off to Provenzano. Met at the line by a couple of defenders for Korah.
Tackle by committee.
Number 2, it looks like.
Jared
Kalma with the tackle.
That's a name we haven't called a crazy amount tonight, too, who we normally call a lot. Jared Kalma was my player of the game 2 weeks ago for Korah, and one of the quieter nights.
Yeah, but they haven't been running to his side of the field, so
Yeah, that's
tough to
true.
make tackles when you're over there. So
Yeah, it's hard to run across field to make a play, right?
So second down in about 4 yards, I would assume. Fumble under center. Flags out. I'm going to go with a false start procedure penalty. We'll see what referee. Yep,
you'd be
referee
correct.
Fitzpatrick. So it's going to back them up 5. Got to be driving Coach Boniferro crazy. Got to get their snap counts down right and everybody on the same page.
Yeah, it's just been snap issues the entire night so far for the Knights, right? They've put the ball on the ground a couple times, and then the false start procedure there. It's been tough sledding, but they've done a good job of countering these errors by playing fantastic defense.
Yeah, clock's winding in here, so we've got about 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the game. St. Mary's threatening. Second down repeated. Second down and goal, I guess, from this point. Provenzano bouncing around, tackled up on the inside.
He had nowhere to go.
Number 7 for St. Mary's. Blocking in there, and he was not able to get anywhere.
This core defensive line is doing a very nice job here in the red zone, realizing that this is the football game. This is the football game. You cannot let Mary's go up 2 possessions here and have a chance to run down this clock, right? They are doing a fantastic job buckling down up the middle. So if we're St. Mary's right now, your quarterback, DeZardo, just did a fantastic throw in the air over to Volpe Sagal for a touchdown. I'm letting him put this ball in the end zone, giving my receiver a chance to make a play.
Yeah, they got to do something here. You don't want to get...
Just as I say that, they go to the heavy eye.
All right, that goes nowhere. That's busted up and right in the backfield by... I've got to think that's got to be Gachamilio again. He's just been...
He doesn't fare very much better. Gets back to maybe a yard or 2 before being brought down.
I guess maybe they're trying to play it safe right there for the field goal, staying on that hash. Maybe.
Well, it looks like they're going to bring out the field goal unit, and they're going to try and get themselves up 10, but...
I just don't like playing for a field goal right there with the wind in your face. That's all. That's
18-yard field goal attempt.
He kicked the last one with enough leg. It's just whether he gets it up.
Kick is up. Kick is good.
And the kick is good. So, St. Mary's 10, Korah 3, 7:27 left to go in the 4th quarter.
good football game here, Ray.
It's a great football game. Defensive, it's not so great if you're an offensive fan, but from a defense, and I'm an old defensive coordinator, I'm loving the defense. They're just stymieing each other, and it's a chess match, and who makes the play? It's just, it's crazy that this is a junior football game. You hardly ever see single-digit scores and single-digit differences in a junior game. So,
well, you got two sides of the coin right now with you on defense, and I'm more of an offensive guy. And I'll tell you this: I like watching a game like this just from the fact of when good offensive plays arise, it's because it was great execution on the offense, because it's constantly been good execution on the defense. So I'm talking about a fantastic block rather than an okay block, rather than just good skill. That's why I like this sort of game from an offensive perspective as well. Even though there has been a lot more defensive execution and more offensive mistakes tonight.
So Korah's going to take the ball after that field goal from...
What's that?
I'm not sure what they're doing now.
Sorry?
They started walking down that end, and now they're flipping ends.
Yeah, I'm a little confused what's going on.
Why are they flipping ends? They've already flipped ends.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I'm confused.
So it's Korah's foot. Yeah, they just flipped ends. I don't get that.
No, they just kicked. St. Mary's just kicked a field goal. Korah was on that.
Oh
wrong end
my
of the field.
goodness, they were all mixed up.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought we were going crazy for a second.
We already flipped the dish. We already did the quarter change. So.
Huge drive here for Ethan Brewer in this Colts offense.
First and 10, Korah.
They have back in the gun now. So. I don't know if he's whistled the play in for play yet. So.
Looks like it's going to be
Play is
false
blown
start.
immediately.
I don't know if it's a false start, whether he's whistled the ball in ready for play yet.
That's definitely what it was.
Or if there's too many men on the field. But they would still let that go.
I'll let you count them out. I'm not great at counting, Ray.
Well, they're having a big discussion right now, so. And they're asking for input, so. I don't know that anybody got set there. Coach Bernabucci making himself wide onto the field here. We're waiting for those playing from home tonight. We got referee Fitzpatrick having a discussion with the other officials, trying to decide if the ball was blown in for play or somebody was lined up offside, somebody had too many men. You know, there's a multitude of things that you can call at this point, but.
Right, how fantastic would it be if we could have the refs mic'd up so we can hear what they were saying, just so how much more accurate we could end up being.
Yeah, so here we go. False start against Korah. It's going to back them up 5 yards. So they had procedure. And we're going to be 1st and 15 to start from 7:27 left to go from their own 30-yard line. And from the gun, they hand it off to 22. Caleb Leighton gets banged out of play by.
Some good yards before being pushed out of bounds. It's Ashton Neufeld.
Leighton was.
Neufeld, that's the name we haven't called in a little while.
Oh, gain of 6 yards.
How many tackles he got now? 17?
He's getting up there. That's for sure. That's number 13 for him.
It looked like he was going for a little bit. It ended up only being about a gain of 7 yards because they started 5 yards back. So good job there by Leighton. And
6 for sure. So 2nd and 9 with 7 minutes to go here. Kader back in the game after we hadn't seen him in a while. Flag on the play. Nice strong run. Tackle by number 11 for St. Mary's. But there's a bunch of flags all over the place, so Caleb Colina there with the tackle.
We got a Korah Colt on a knee over there. I imagine, just based off of the, holding could be on Korah.
It's going to be holding against Korah.
We do have an injury timeout.
So we got an injury timeout. We're going to send it to the booth for a brief timeout. Folks, we're back after the Korah player got helped off the field. It's 2nd and a bus transfer here for the Korah Colts. They need to at least get a good chunk of this yardage back in order to try and get 1st down by the 3rd down, or somebody's got to explode on a long run. Fumbled snap, fumbled run, and recovered by Kader.
Couldn't handle the snap. Falls. We do have a flag on the player out midfield.
Oh, referee Chow. Feeling lonely out by himself way up there, decided to call for something. I'm not sure what he saw over there. But
I don't know. It was about 40 yards down the field for him to see anything. So it must have been pretty blatant.
Somebody must have said something. Rough play.
Face mask. Huge.
Referee Chow calling a face mask from a country mile away.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know how he saw that, but.
Oh my goodness. What a turn of events here. I mean, if you're St. Mary's, you're getting this football back. It was 2nd and about 45 to get a 1st down. and you're going to get your hands in the face mask of a Colt and let them have a chance to go down and tie this football game. That's just, you just can't, you got to recognize where you are in this football game. 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and giving the Colts an automatic first down.
That's 15 yards. Is it an automatic first down?
Yeah, it'll be an automatic first down because it was a
Because
face
it's still
mask.
second. No.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're waiting. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
You were correct, sir.
Yeah, you
The
can't.
other referees, the other officials were having a big debate about it down here. I'm going, maybe not.
You can't give free first downs this late in the football game.
Nope.
You can't do it.
I don't know how referee Chow saw that one back there. He must have had his peaky blinders on.
Yeah, he's got better eyes than us up here.
Flare out. Low in the feet. Incomplete. Intended target was number 22, Caleb Leighton.
Not classified as a fumble as he never had control of the ball.
Yeah, they just tried that quick swing pass out, getting blockers in front, getting to the outside part of the tackle, and unfortunately, just Brewer put it kind of right into his feet. So
Coach Bernabucci's got to get some. They're over pursuing on to the ball, so he's got to catch them going the wrong way if he wants to have success here.
Misdirection,
on this drive.
a little misdirection. I like where you're thinking here.
So 2nd and 10.
And I'm a little bit confused by the Korah offense because normally we see a bunch of misdirection with them in the backfield. We were talking about it earlier, and we haven't seen very much
Well,
today.
St. Mary's has been blitzing right up that middle gaps, and they've been eating that up. So quick run up the middle. Tackled by number 5 for the St. Mary's Knights,
Katie's the first one there.
Luke Cady.
Picked up from a couple other nights.
Russell Pine helping Luke Cady out right there with the tackle. Good job by St. Mary's to get nice and low to stop any chance of Leighton getting up a little bit further there. Huge third down here for Korah. You were gifted a first down after you were shooting yourself in the foot. You have to capitalize if you're a Colt here.
Nice hard run by Kader. Still going, wrapped up
Good for about 20 yards.
and tackled out of bounds by number 58 for the St. Mary's Knights.
58,
Russell Pine again.
Russell Pine.
Yeah, and as I'm watching the end of this run here by Nolan Kader, number 11 on Mary's, Caleb Cooling, it kind of came crashing down, and he set himself up fantastic for a great play, but went high.
Yep.
And you can't go high on a hard runner like Kader. You can't go high when you're a corner trying to tackle a running back. It never works. You got to go low. And I'm sure that you saw the same thing right there as a defensive coordinator in the past, right? So
Yeah, you got to wrap up, and it's up to the rest of the guys once he's wrapped up to try and strip the ball and bring him down.
yeah, just
So first down for the Korah Colts at the 46 of the St. Mary's Knights, 4:44 to go in the game. Hand around to Leighton into the far side, cutting it up the middle. Spun himself out, breaking away, and he's gone, folks. He's not going to get caught. That's going to be a touchdown for number 22, Caleb Leighton.
46 yards.
Go back to that face mask.
What is a couple of tackles?
Right.
How critical was that at that point in the time?
no,
So-
you can't give free first downs to teams late in the football game when you are up. And fantastic run there by Caleb Leighton, and spinning off a tackle, bouncing it out to the outside, and good block down the field by James Ewell to kind of make sure that third defender who was maybe somewhat had a chance at Leighton was not going anywhere. So good block by Ewell, good execution by Leighton, and unfortunate for Mary's.
Yeah, this is a critical point after. Well, we got a timeout by Korah here. They're going to want to make sure that they get this right. So we're going to send it to the booth for a brief timeout. Okay, folks, after a brief timeout from Coach Bernabucci, wanting to ensure that they have all their assignments correct here for this extra point try.
Huge extra point here for Korah.
Kicks down, and the kick is up, and it's good. We have a tie game here, folks. 4:28 to go in the fourth quarter. 10-10 tie.
This is why we love football, Ray. Defensive match the entire game, and 2 drives, 2 touchdowns on opposite sides. That's what we love to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, what are we going to see here for the fourth quarter? I see Coach Bernetti out there on the field imploring his guys to make sure they're getting all their assignments. He's counting them off, making sure they got enough.
Don't darken, don't lighten, just leave it, okay?
And when it gets late into this football game, and we saw it a little bit last drive, the team that's going to win this football game, it comes down to fundamentals, right?
Yeah,
clean
for sure.
football, fundamentals, right? Don't get your hands up in the face. Don't block in the back. Don't hold.
We are doing ceremony again that Phil says.
So we're on the
Okay.
we're going to be 45-yard line here, getting ready to kick off. Kader back, and I think that's a sigh of relief for that whole Korah team. He's a pivotal part of their group. So he's got a good one away. That's going to kick all the way down to Dominic Kambuli, who's going to field it at his own 8-yard line. He's got a little bit of a run on the outside, made it all the way back up to the 32-yard line.
And look who made the tackle, number 3, Nolan Kader. I thought Kambuli maybe had the edge there, just based off of how fast he got up to that 30-yard line. And good job by Nolan Kader to stand to wall him off there.
Yeah, that's some great coverage on the specials, that's for sure.
Kambuli fielded that like a shortstop on a quick hop, eh? Got that ball right up in his shoulders and made a nice play. Huge drive.
So they're going to take, St. Mary's going to take over on their own 32. Clock with 4:12 to play. Brief run up the middle.
Good hard run for about a yard, maybe 2.
And Nolan Kader in the tackle again. Goes from being on the bench for 10 minutes and back out on the field. St. Mary's defender is down.
29 Mattia.
We're going to send this to the booth for a brief timeout while we have this injury. St. Mary's star running back, Adam Provenzano, helped off the field limping, and I don't think we're going to see him the rest of the game, and that's really unfortunate. He carries a bunch of the workload for the St. Mary's Knights. So up to the other backs to step up. Hand off, and brought down immediately.
Oh, James Ewell, what a play.
James Ewell, what a tackle.
Taken down by, looks like number 6, James Ewell.
Terrific play by Ewell to not let number 4, Dylan Dewar, bounce to the outside and create space for himself to get into that second level, and just good strong grip and bringing him down. So good job there setting the edge, James Ewell. That's a huge loss for that Knights team if Provenzano can't go the rest of the way here.
Yeah, we got 4 and 5 in the backfield, Dylan Dewar and Luke Cady. Faked it out. He's got a receiver running. Oh, what a terrific pass. And look who's stepping up for the St. Mary's Knights. Number 55, Ashton Newfield.
Rolls out, beautiful.
We've seen him do everything now. Now I'm seeing him catching passes. What a terrific play.
He gets about 16, 17 yards in the first down.
Just a great throw as well by number 2, Regan
Who
DeZordo.
knocked him out of bounds here? I didn't even get a chance to see it.
Number 9.
Number 9 for
Reed
Korah.
Gordon.
Reed Gordon. Wow. Great play to get him out of bounds.
Really impressed right now with Regan DeZordo after missing his first couple passes. His last 2 here have just been absolutely on the money, and that was a great one. Good, again, great fake, hitting Newfield in stride, first down Knights.
Yeah, handoff here to
Oh my.
Dewar, and that went nowhere. That went back a yard. So, again, James Ewell all over that, along with Martino Cacciamilio.
Sets up second
Yeah,
down.
Dewar got upended right there by Cacciamilio, and he hit his head pretty hard as he was slammed back by the Colts interior line there. So
Dewar with the carrier.
Well, if he's got a head like his Uncle Mark, there's no problem there with that young fella. So,
that's what you want in a football player.
oh, here we go with Newfield running the ball now. Tackled, strong tackles here. Great
Oh.
setting the edge by James Ewell and Martino Cacciamilio.
Newfield
Thank you very
with nowhere to go against
Terrific play.
tackle for another loss. Newell again.
Terrific play by James Ewell. And unfortunately, he's going to be shaken up here.
All right, so we got 3rd down and 13 here.
Third
Big,
down for the
huge
Knights.
down. You don't want to give Korah the ball back with hardly any time left to go.
No. Oh, false start.
Because the wind was
So that's going to be 5 free ones. That's definitely going to help them out.
Little bit of movement,
Bobby
long
Reel,
flag.
a little bit anxious. It must have been a pass play, I imagine, with that where that ball was. And
That's 3-minute warning.
It's a 3-minute warning at the 2-minute time clock.
must have missed it.
Oh, look at that. Adam Provenzano's worked his way back onto the field after that delay of game call.
Unbelievable.
Or so the offside call. You know, when you're young, you bounce back pretty quick, because if that was my ankle injury, I'd still be on my way home for a bag of ice and a beverage. So, you know what I'm surprised I haven't seen from St. Mary's is using Kimbuli's speed.
Yeah,
He's running kicks back, but
they used him last week, and
yeah. Pass, ball is up, and he's open. Wow, what a grab by number 3, Vin Volpe-Sego, the touchdown guy from a while ago. That's a big, huge first down.
Around 45 yards. I believe it was 41.
And again,
Who makes the tackle on this one?
Regan DeZardo
First down, Knights.
over and over again here late in the game, delivering very, very good balls. As Jace Aubrey makes the tackle there to save 6. As Volpe-Sego, again, we haven't called his name much, but the 2 times that we've really called his name, he has been a huge impact in this football game.
Yeah, St. Mary's wasting no time here, getting right up to the line. Provenzano back, running. Got himself about 3 or 4 yards there.
Off tackle run, gets a few good hard yards.
Brought down by Kaldma, again, number 22. Oh, sorry, Caleb Leighton, number 22.
That is Provenzano's 18th carry of this football game, so they've been giving it to their workhorse, and he's been working it. Super impressed with Regan DeZardo right now on some of these throws, and let's shout out that offensive line. That pocket was super clean. DeZardo was able to step up, climb the pocket, and deliver a great ball.
Yeah, just as I said, we're
Kambuli.
running into Kambuli. He's out on the field.
Yeah. That's his first carry of this football game. I'm really
That side of
surprised.
the Leighton on the other side, they ran at him, and every time they run at him, he's making a play over there. So, minute 24, St. Mary's trying to run this ball down, and I'm sure Coach Bonifero is trying to eat some of this clock, get another run, and get a chance at a field goal attempt, and see if they can sneak out of here with a 3-point win. I'm sure he'd love the touchdown, but if they can't get anything, get a few more yards and give your kicker an opportunity to try and kick the ball.
For sure.
There's a run.
Provenzano's going to
And
score.
I said the touchdown. And touchdown. Adam Provenzano from the bench. Injury out on the court, out on the field, for a long touchdown run. And I don't see any flags in the play, although the officials aren't moving.
Terrific hole by that right side of the line. I was praising the left side of the line for creating such great holes. That right side of the line did their job, and Provenzano, you were right. Ankle injury? Nah. He's going to take it all the way. And huge touchdown for the Knights is now you're going to rely on your defense, which has been rock solid the entire way today. So
I can't tell you how critical that touchdown is right now. You know, as a field goal, you might give the other team if they get close, but a touchdown, you got to get in now.
Yeah.
And they got 56 seconds left to go. And don't forget, they burned their timeout down there to get that, to kick the extra convert point. So they can't have too many left over there.
And what we're also we're not talking about it right now, but Korah's bread and butter is their run game. They're not going to be able to run this football all the way down the field. They're going to have to rely on Ethan Brewer to make some throws here. And that's not their style of game. So Mary's is in a position to win this football game, but what did they do last time when Korah went down to score?
Yeah.
Shot themselves in the foot by penalties. So no automatic first down, no unnecessary roughness, and you're going to come out of here with a win. That's the game plan if you're Mary's.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I know the Korah staff. They're going to have something prepared for their kickoff, and they're going to be setting some kind of wall up or a wedge to try and make sure that they get as much yardage on the kickoff as they possibly can. And if I'm Coach Bonifero, what are the odds that I'm thinking maybe I just do a little chip shot over the line and get the ball so where it's not into one of their big returners or, center of the field anyways. You don't want to let anybody break one out on the wide side, so.
Yeah, it's a lot of different options if you're Coach Bonifero right now.
Well, the Korah defender better quit tying his shoe and get over on the other side of the line. He's going to get called offside. There he goes. Wow, they had an extra player on there for some reason. Short kick.
Gonna give it to Yule.
Fielded by Yule. He was off injured for a little while there. Breaking himself across the 40-yard line. Tackled by number 21 for the St. Mary's Knights.
Yule gets back to just across the 45.
Jackal Penny. That's something new.
Nicholas.
Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that right, but nonetheless, it was a great tackle by Mr. Penny.
Senior action right on top.
So who's going to make a play, right? If you're the Colts, someone's got to step up and make that play that's going to change this football game. And if you're the Knights, you need to come together as a whole and swarm the ball carrier.
Yeah, you know what? This the first 3 quarters of this game flew by, and this last quarter's really ate up a lot of the clock. So we're 6:56 at night, and we got 50 seconds left to go here. So let's see what St. Mary's has come up with. You got to think they got to try and get Kader involved in.
Oh. I don't think they.
Timeout, Korah. Wow.
Burning a timeout on the first play without even snapping it.
Wow. Coach Bernabucci and Coach Casagrande are out on the field. Were they short of body, or they don't seem to be? I got to wonder what's going on here.
That is a big timeout to call when you are already short for time and a lot of the way of the football field to go.
Wow. I've coached with those guys a long time. They just seem a little bit unprepared for being behind right now. So. Well, maybe this is the surprise play that Coach Bernabucci has tucked away in the old sock drawer and he brings out for special occasions.
I feel like it better be, for using a timeout, this better be a wicked play call coming up here for the Colts. So if I'm Mary's, I'm ready for any trickery in the book right now.
Well, there's a flag, so Leighton is trying to break it out to the outside.
Oh,
He beat the tackle by Mason Mazuka.
based on what that flag is, I want to say it's encroachment on St. Mary's, just because they didn't blow the play dead.
And that was Mason Mazuka's 5th tackle of the evening.
Really good for a secondary.
So what's the penalty here? Korah was offside.
I just don't understand, if you're the officials, you don't blow that dead if Korah was offside to begin with. False start.
That's procedure against Korah. False start. That'll back them up.
After a timeout, come out, and they were offside when they lined up. Procedure's procedure.
Yep.
Check with the referees. They tell you.
Yep. Just.
But by the 4th quarter, you should know better.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's not rocket science. You go, you line up.
But this is junior football.
Yeah.
So
No, it's true. It's true.
And it's a handoff. I did not see that coming.
Gain of about
Got to
6
get
for
ready.
Leighton.
Got to get ready. Got to get ready.
Decent run.
Yeah, they got to roll here. They got to get going.
Oh. Who made that tackle?
That's number 68. That is going to be
Let's see on the replay
Deegan
here.
Desjardins again, flying off the edge, just absolutely rocking Brewer. He was unblocked. Desjardins was unblocked, and late in this football game, especially if you're dropping back to pass, you gotta have edge protection. And Deegan Desjardins just walked in, no one touched him.
Well, it looks like Devlin Clark is entering the game here for the St. Mary's Knights. We haven't seen him. He had a whale of a game last week and hasn't seen the field hardly at all tonight. So, but with that injury to Ethan Brewer,
I think if we're Davian Clark here, one thing that we noticed last week is the ability to make plays outside of the pocket, use his legs to create space for him. And especially, of course, the O-line is going to let in a free shot like that. You got to be able to use your legs here if you're Clarks to generate some offense. So huge 3rd and long here for Korah, as I think Mary's going to call a timeout. I think he's going to be arguing if that ball was out, because they blew that down quickly.
it's already been called. They're not.
Yeah,
they're not
they won't
changing
overturn.
that
They
call.
don't overturn it, but.
Coach Monteferro trying to plead his case, trying to do anything to get his team this W tonight.
All right, with the injury, number 1, Davian Clark in at quarterback for Korah for the last 30 seconds.
Oh, right. Yeah, we're going to have to do some player of the game. I will happily do the St. Mary's if you want to try the Korah one.
Yep, can do. And there it is. He's trying to make a play with the legs, but
Clark keeps it.
So, it's pretty easy for me. I'll go first tonight. For me, St. Mary's. The gentleman's got 13 tackles, and he played offense. I think he played a couple of specials. number 55 for the St. Mary's Knights, Ashton Newfield. What a game.
Yeah, I
Player of the game.
fully agree with that. He was terrific all night long. We've called his names, and when we're calling your name a bunch on defense, it means you're all around the football. So fully agree with you there.
Yep.
Looks like it's going to be a timeout here, Mary's. And while they're doing the timeout, I'll do my player of the game for Korah. And I think for me, again, it's pretty easy. It's Caleb Leighton. Caleb Leighton was all over the field on defense. He's made a couple tackles tonight, and then has Korah's only touchdown of this football game on a nice run. That was 46 yards. So for me, it was pretty easy with Caleb Leighton, and we'll see if he can make some magic happen here late with 11 seconds left in a dream.
Coach Bonifacio pleading with his coming on with. He even had a slow jog on there, and Bonifacio never runs. So in his flip-flops and busting a move over to get in there and tell his boys, hey, we just need 2 more stops. We need 1 stop here. We're on 4th down. Get a stop, knock the ball down. Don't intercept it. Let it go down.
If I'm telling my corners right here, do not bite for any double moves. He is not going to be stopping 7 yards in front of the first down. That's just never going to be the play. Play prevent, keep everyone in front of you.
Yep.
That's what I'm telling my corners right here, especially with 11 seconds left. I don't even care if they get the first down. Nothing behind me.
Yeah. Well, let's see if Coach Bernabucci and Coach Casagrande have come up with a little bit of a game plan here. Clark with a bomb to Ewell. Oh, almost caught. Defended by number 11, Caleb Kalina.
Oh, man, that was a good ball. That was a really nice ball by Clark, as I thought he gave Ewell a chance to go up there and maybe climb the ladder. And because it was number 11, it was Kalina. Ewell was behind him. If he misjudged that, that was a touchdown. So really close, and Mary's going to win this football game.
Yeah, they're just going to come out here and take a quick knee, and that'll be a wrap. St. Mary's with a big pivotal win here with 3 seconds left to go. 17-10. It's parity. Love the parity in the leagues this year. Lots of people, lots of tough contests, no runaway games. It's making things really enjoyable from a fan's perspective and a lot of commentators' perspective as well.
Absolutely.
Unwind the clock. And that's the ball game, folks. We'll see you here roughly in about 25 minutes for the senior contest. Have a good night, folks.
Excellent football game.